Hey guys, and welcome to my Lampenflora guide. So when you're ready, grab your cup of tea, sit back, relax, and enjoy. The requirements for Lampenflora are level 102 Slayer, and the other stats on screen are stats I recommend you have to increase your kills per hour, being 96 plus Herblore, 95 plus Prayer, level 68 plus Summoning if you do need that extra food using a BOB Familiar, and level 75 plus Combat stats, as the Lampenflora are quite easy, so your combat stats do not need to be that high, but if you're level 102 Slayer you probably have stats over level 75, let's be honest. As per usual, there are also some useful things for the Slayer creature, just like the other Slayer creatures I've covered. The Devotion ability decreases a lot of the damage you take in an hour because you're praying magic against these, and Devotion decreases the damage to 1 for a few seconds. The Enhanced Devoted perk does the exact same thing. The Penance and Vampirism aura are again useful. In fact, if you're praying magic and you're using a Vampirism aura, you will probably not need any food here whatsoever. Of course, the Charming Imp is also useful. The Spring Cleaner again, as with every Slayer task. For the Salvage, if you have the 9001 version, you can actually alch the noted Salvage. Otherwise, you have to pick it up manually. It's Steel Tide for power slaying. And the Scrimshaw Sacrifice if you want to use it for 50% more Slayer experience at the expense of all of your drops. Meaning you won't make any money, but you will get a lot more Slayer experience. Now, the Lampenflora is by far the easiest Vile Bloom to do for your Slayer task. They only have 25,000 life points, they're level 216 combat, and they give you 1396.8 combat experience per kill, and a nice juicy 1331.8 Slayer experience per kill, which is pretty good, but these can only be assigned by ikea girl, aka ikea, or however you pronounce it. I seriously can't. Again, much like the other Vile Blooms, these do not make you that much money on average from the standard drops, although all noted and nicely and easily picked up. These are just not good money per hour compared to some other Slayer creatures. That is, until you get yourself a Blast Diffusion Boots drop, which is worth around 80 million GP, which will get you a lot of money per hour on average if you get those very often, but they are pretty rare. They are of course more common on task than off task. But yeah, if you get those, you're a lucky boy, because you'll be making a lot of money. You can also get yourself the Dinosaur Redbone and Dinosaur Tooth, which are of course useful for the Anachronia Tier 3 base camp upgrades. Now, there are some general Slayer gear setups on screen now that you can use to kill Lampenflora. If you have better armor or better weapons, you can of course use these. If you have worse weapons, that's completely fine too. You'll still be able to kill these creatures quite easily, but your kills per hour will just be lower, and so will your Slayer experience. Again, just like in my other videos, if you already have the Anachronia Tier 3 Slayer Lodge, you do not need to bring a Slayer helmet because you can just put it on the stand and use a regular helmet instead. In case you're wondering, here's the setup I was using and an inventory example. Again, much like the other creatures on Anachronia, you just want to have the same things as you would for any other Slayer task. Your super restores or prayer potions, stat boosting potions, overloads if you have them, a steel titan if you have one, ring of vigor, replenishment potion or adrenaline potion, some emergency food, although like I said, if you have the vampirism aura you do not need a lot of food here, and the monster drops that are worth picking up. All of them are thankfully noted. The super magic and super range potions are actually quite nice to get if you're an Iron Man player. If you do not know how to get there from the Anachronia Lodestone, it is actually quite a long walk. It will take you around 2 minutes. Just follow the video if you do not know how to get there or if you've gotten lost before. There's actually a couple of ways of getting to the Lampenflora. You can also get to them through the liverworts using the other side of the agility course. But yeah, this was just the side I chose because I thought it was faster. The Lampenflora plant always attacks using magic attacks. This is why you always want to pray magic. After 6 auto attacks in the fight, the plant will actually spawn some kind of clones that start healing it. If this happens to you, it means your DPS isn't high enough to kill the plant before 6 auto attacks, which simply means you should save up your thresholds and try and finish it off quickly if it starts healing. What I have noticed though, if it starts healing and you attack it a few times, the healing clones will just die. As you see, if you do not attack the Lampenflora, they will just keep on healing the plant. But after I attack the plant, the healers immediately die. So as long as you know what to do and your gear isn't completely terrible, you will find these extremely easy to kill, and that's why I like them so much. In fact, if you just want to finish off a Vol Bloom task really quickly, these are by far the best to kill, as you can get the most kills per hour here by just doing as much damage as you can. In fact, using melee here with a high level setup and just completely smashing these Vol Blooms can get you 430k Slayer experience per hour, which is not bad if you ask me. When I was using magic though, I was getting around 346,000 Slayer experience per hour here, and that's using a tier 90 weapon, so that means if you have a lower tier weapon and lower tier gear, you can expect around 300,000 Slayer experience per hour, which is pretty good. But it's not the best Slayer training method out there. And they aren't the best money out there either. But with that being said, I hope you guys learned something new. And if you didn't know where to find these or how to properly slay them, I guess you do now, even though they're very simple to kill. But I wanted to make a guide on these nonetheless, as I got some requests to make this guide on Discord. With that being said though, if you enjoyed the guide or found it helpful, please leave a like down below and maybe even consider subscribing. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.